Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, come out and get a little something different. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I say you do with it, y'all. Come on, let's do with it, y'all. I say you do with it, y'all. Come on, we think do with it, y'all. When you go up there, see yourself, straight up the high. Stop the face.
My nigga drop the beat and I get in it.
Cause you know we rockin' it. I say you do with it, y'all. Cause you know we rockin' it. When you
my nigga drop the beat and I get in it.
Welcome to episode number 65, the 65th episode of Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell. I'm here with Rashad Mitchell, coming to you live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Streaming live on those platforms, as well as on the platform of Elevation 52A Sports and Lifestyles. I'm back for another episode, number 65. Let's play my theme music. That's what I'm going to be doing for now on. I know I never did that before since I started doing the show last year. I'm going to incorporate more music to my show. Be creative. Disregard the banner. I try to put the banner Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell, but I had difficulty doing that. It's another different banner in the background, so disregard that. This is the Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell for August 21st. Let's get into it, man. A lot to get into. College football season starts on Saturday with number 17 Kansas State versus number 22 Iowa State. So that's going to be played in Dublin, Ireland. So it's going to be about a ranked team. So I'm going to get into that shortly. But I'll just get into the Athlon Sports College Football Preview, SEC Preview. Look at the SEC, and that'll be it for this magazine. The season starts on Saturday. Texas Longhorns, obviously, is everybody's team that people think is going to win that championship. Arch Manning, he's a talented quarterback. You got Colin Simmons, you got Anthony Hill Jr., Malik Muhammad. Those are the guys that Michael Taffy, yeah, Michael Taffy. No, those are guys that's gonna be big time All American, All SEC type of players this year. But Texas is the team that people like to win the national championship. They're preseason number one. They play at Ohio State on August 30th next Saturday. Number two is Georgia. Number three is LSU. Alabama's number four. Florida's number five. South Carolina's number six. Seven is Ole Miss. Number eight is Texas A&M. Number nine, Oklahoma. Number 10, Tennessee. Number 11, Auburn. Missouri's number 12. Arkansas 13. Vanderbilt 14. Kentucky 15. Mississippi State 16. So they got SEC championship game gonna be featuring Texas. They think they're gonna beat Georgia. So the top two teams this year, according to Athlon Sports, as SEC is concerned, is going to be Texas and Georgia, and that's going to be Texas and Georgia playing for the right to win the championship in the SEC this coming season. So that's the narrative with that. But people love Texas, man. Texas is a team to beat, team to focus on this year. Got some other interesting games with the SEC teams this year. Texas plays Ohio State, obviously. That's a big game. November 15th, Texas play at Georgia. They may meet again the SEC championship game. Um, Other notable games: LSU versus Clemson. That's start the season August 30th. Alabama versus Georgia. That's a great game, obviously. September 27th. Tennessee at Alabama, October 18th. LSU at Alabama on November 8th. Very interesting game. I'm going to go over all the teams SEC to keep your eyes on, but again, Texas the team to beat, team to focus on this year. Everybody loves Texas, so now pressure's gonna be on Coach Steve Sarkisian, how he handles the pressure, and Arch Manning, how he handles the pressure being the quarterback of this team, possible Heisman Trophy front runner. See what happens with that. All right, that's basically it for that. Let's move on from there and get into something else. Recently, I think it was last week, there's an article in CBSSports.com about the all-time Associated Press all-time All-American team honoring 100 years of college football greats. Because the annual Associated Press All-American team tradition, it turns 100 years old with the 2025 college football season, so it's celebrating the centennial. So what they did was they put together, the first team offense, first team defense, second team offense, second team defense. So I'm gonna go over that quickly, then get into the college football landscape of things as far as this week is concerned. In week number 0. But the first team they had Tim Tebow at quarterback from Florida. His All-American year was 2007. Running back was Barry Sanders, Oklahoma State, 1988 All-American. And Herschel Walker, running back of Georgia, he was the All-American from 1980 to 1982. Wide receivers, you had Randy Moss out of Marshall, 1997 All-American. 2003 for Pittsburgh was Larry Fitzgerald at wide receiver, tight end. Brock Bowers from Georgia. 2023 offensive line, offensive tackle Orlando Pace, Ohio State. He was an All-American from 1995, 1996. Bill Fralick of Pittsburgh was an All-American at the offensive tackle position from 1982 to 1984. John Hanna, offensive guard, Alabama, 1972. 1956 All-American was Jim Parker at Ohio State, offensive guard. Offensive center, Chuck McNarick, Pennsylvania, 1947, 1948. And this got to be like an all-purpose player. Johnny Rogers, Nebraska, 1972. And the kicker was Sebastian Janikowski, Florida State, was All-American in 1998, 1999. Let's get into the first team defense. You had Hugh Green, defensive end, Pittsburgh. He was an All-American 1978 to 1980. Randy White, defensive end out of Maryland, was All-American 1974. 1974, and Dominican Sue was defensive tackle for Nebraska in 2009, All-American. 1929, you had defensive tackle Bronco Nagurski from Minnesota. Linebackers, you had Dick Butkus of Illinois, 1964. Derek Thomas, linebacker, Alabama, 1988. Linebacker Chris Spillman, Ohio State, 1986, 1987. Charles Woodson, cornerback of Michigan, 1996, 97. All-American Deion Sanders, cornerback, Florida State, 1987, 1988. All-American, 1980. Ronnie Lott, USC, safety position. He was All-American, 1980. And Ed Reed, the safety for Miami, was 2000, 2001 All-American. And then punter was Torrey Taylor, like 2023 for Iowa. Second team offers, you have Vince Young for Texas, 2005 All-American. Vince Young, Texas quarterback, running backs, Archie Griffin, Ohio State, and running back Tony Dorsett, Pittsburgh. Archie Griffin was All-American 1974, 75. Dorsett was 1976. Wide receivers Desmond Howard, Michigan 1991. Devontae Smith, wide receiver, Alabama, 2020 All-American. Tight end Keith Jackson, Oklahoma 1986, 1988. 1986, 1987 All-American. Offensive lineman Jonathan Ogden, UCLA 1995. Offensive tackle Brian McKinney, University of Miami. He was 2001 All-American. Brad Buddy, USC, 1979. Offensive guard John Smith, Notre Dame, 1927. And offensive center Dave Remington, Nebraska, 1981, 1982. He was All-American. Then all-purpose player Tim Brown, Notre Dame, 1986, 1987 All-American. 1997 All-American for the special teams kicker Martin Gramatica, Kansas State. And defensively, for second team defense, they had Bubba Smith, defensive end, Michigan State, 1996. I think that got to be 1966. I think they made a mistake with that. Bubba Smith, he played in the 60s. I don't think he played in the 90s. Bruce Smith, defensive end, 1984, Virginia Tech, All-American. Defensive tackle Leroy Smellman, Oklahoma, 1975. Warren Sapp, defensive tackle, Miami, 1994. Jerry Robinson was a three-time All-American from 1976 1978. UCLA, linebacker Brian Bosworth, Oklahoma, 1985 1986. Linebacker, North Carolina, Lawrence Taylor. Second team defense, 1980 All-American. Cornerback Champ Bailey, Georgia, 1988. Cornerback Tyrann Mathieu, LSU, 2011 All-American. Benny Blades, Miami, 1986 87 All-American. Safety Al Browski, Illinois, 1951. Punter was Reggie Roby, Iowa, 1981. All right, so that's it for the All-American team for 100 years of the All-American team. That's the second team, first team, and second team. Right, so college football starts this week, week 0. As I continue on, as I continue on, this is got week 0 of this week. This week coming up, we got week 0 of the college football season. This week coming up, we got week 0. Let's look into it. The game that stands out is number 17, Iowa State. Excuse me, number 17, Kansas State against number 22, Iowa State in Dublin. So that's the week 17. Week 0 matchup to start the college football season. So college football fans, if you love college football, is back. It's officially back. And you got number 17 Kansas State on ESPN at 12 o'clock noon playing against Iowa State. Number 22 team in the country got Idaho State against UNLV at 4 o'clock p.m. Fresno State against Kansas. Uh, Western Kentucky, they play against Sam Houston. Stanford against Hawaii. That's going to be on Saturday. We just got some other games that's going to be played as well in week 0 for the full week. Those are some of the standout games that's going to be played on this Saturday. So college football is back, man. You know we're gonna have a lot of great games this year, and it starts with these games that's gonna be played this coming Saturday. So these are some of the games that stands out. So that's it for that. Let's get into on this day in sports history as I conclude this show for the night for August 21st. What happened on this day? Right, 1878, Surrey wicket keeper Ted Pooley completes a first-class cricket record of 8 stumpings in a country county match against Kent at the Oval. 1901, Baltimore Orioles pitcher John McGinnity is suspended from Major League Baseball for punching and spitting on umpire Tom Connolly in the previous day's 5-2 loss to the Detroit Tigers. The lifetime suspension is reduced to 12 days. See what else happened on this day, August 21st. We got Babe Ruth in 1931. Babe Ruth, as a Yankee slugger, became the first Major League Baseball player to hit 600 career home runs as New York defeated the St. Louis Browns 11-7 at Sportsman's Park. 1932, Cleveland Indians pitcher Wes Farrell is the first to win 20 games in each of his first 4 seasons. 1948, Cleveland Indians' 47 innings scoreless streak is broken as future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Lemon yielded a home run to Aaron Robertson in a 3-2 loss to the Chicago White Sox. 1953, baseball player Representatives Ralph Kiner of National League and Ali Reynolds, American League, hired labor leader John Norman Lewis for $15,000 to give legal advice to players in negotiation with team owners. 1967, on August 21st, Major League Baseball history, Kansas City Athletics utility player Ken Harrelson, he became the first baseball's first free agent when he was abruptly released by the team after reportedly refers to the team owner Charlie Finney as a menace to baseball. 1982, August 21st, Milwaukee Brewers relief pitcher Raleigh Fingers became the first pitcher to achieve 300 saves. 1986, August 21st, with 2 outs in the 6th inning, the Red Sox scored 11 runs. That's basically it as far as history that happened on this day. Right, so that's it for tonight. Be on the lookout for the latest recent article on E5280 sports.com. I write articles as well as do shows on this platform, Elevation 2A Sports and Lifestyle. The latest article you check out is I did a piece on the 1970 Baltimore Orioles. It's up on the website right now. That was a great team. Um, they won 108 games and lost 54 because this was a great team. They was one of the great teams ever. They lost the year before to the Miracle Mets, New York Mets. They had 109 wins and 53 losses, but they bounced back with 108 wins and 54, only 54 losses. They were dominant. They finished 15 games ahead of the Yankees in first place. Had Bull Powell, first baseman, extraordinaire, 35 home runs, 114 RBIs, 297 batting average. Frank Robinson, 306 batting average, hit 25 home runs, 78 RBIs, and third baseman Brooks Robinson had 18 home runs and 94 RBIs. So that was a big time team. They beat the Cincinnati Reds. Uh, they beat them in the World Series. So everything's there for the taking. They won 5 games. So you get an understanding about that history of the 1970 World Series. You want to check that out. Go to e5280sports.com. The article is on the website as of right now. All right, so that's it for tonight, man. Be back for episode number 66 of Rashad Mitchell, Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell. Next week, I'll be getting into the NFL. I'll preview the NFL season. Who I think's going to I'll do my preview and predictions because the season starts on September the 4th. And the Philadelphia Eagles play the Dallas Cowboys. So I'll give you my picks of the week. My picks. We're going to think I'm going to win the Super Bowl. Do my NFL preview and predictions. Go over Athlon Sports magazine about the NFL season. But I'm just giving you my preview and predictions. I think I'm going to go to the conference championship and NFC and AFC respectively. Who I think is going to be in the Super Bowl? Who do I think is going to win the Super Bowl? So stay tuned for next week. I'm going to be maybe a preview of the NFL season and predictions, and then I'll break down what took place in week 0 of the college football season and stuff like that, and things of that nature. So be on the lookout for that. We do some other stuff, some other college football stuff. Yeah, preview what's going on, what's going to be happening. But in week 1 of the college football season, preview some games and stuff like that. So that concludes this episode number 65 of Inside Sports with Rashad Mitchell. That comes out every single Thursday night, usually after 8:30. So conclude with another outro theme music, and I'll see you next Thursday night.